Let's start today's practice in a widening child's pose. And if that doesn't suit your knees or your ankles, feel free to line your back or to find a comfortable seat. And arrange yourself so that you can settle. Let the dust settle from the day. Pause in stillness physically. And as you do this, you might notice the buzz in the mind gets busier or louder, perhaps. Instead of giving those thoughts more attention or more power, for now, I invite you to shift your attention and focus on your breath, cultivating a deeper rhythm of breathing in and out of your body. We inhale and the belly can expand. We exhale, softening where we can soften. Maybe the inhale travels down to the bowl of the belly or the pelvic floor. We exhale, softening muscles, releasing some tension. Taking this breath at our own time, but allowing it to be the anchor for our awareness. Our breath in our body in this moment in time. Allowing the buzz to fade into the background, the thoughts to be secondary, maybe fading quieter as we move through each breath in our practice today. Every time your mind, your attention shifts back to those thoughts, patiently guiding it to this sweet breath, this nourishing, beautiful, nurturing breath. Make our way up onto hands and knees into tabletop, fanning fingers wide. As you inhale, draw your heart up and lift your chin, cow pose. Exhale, tuck the tailbone around the back and pull the chin to the chest. As you inhale, widen your sit bones, drape your belly down, chest forward, chin lifts. As you exhale, from the base of the spine, tuck, scoop the belly, press into your hands and stretch your back body. Take your time, allow the breath to guide the movement as we warm up our spine. Warm up through the hips and shoulders too. Notice what this feels like for you today. After your next exhale, make your way back to tabletop. You can stay in tabletop or lift up into downward dog. If you're in downward dog, you can stretch the legs, alternating, walking the legs out. If you're in tabletop, you might continue with cat-cow. Feel your breath here, present in your downward dog or tabletop. Whichever place you're in, start to shift into a standing forward fold with the feet hip-width apart. Bend your knees as much as your lower back or your hamstrings call for. We want to create some space, especially at the start of practice. We want to just be mindful. We'll deepen our forward folds as we progress through practice. Interlace your hands behind your back. Draw your shoulder blades towards each other. And then you could start to extend the arms. You could straighten the arms any amount. You might be able to lift the knuckles up and away from the hips. Relax the back of the neck. Soften through your mouth as you stretch wide through shoulders and chest. Release your hands down to the floor. Return to forward fold. Bend your knees, scoop the tummy, and then roll up to stand, sequencing your spine as you arrive in Tadasana, mountain pose. Our home base in practice. Inhale, circle our arms out wide and up overhead. Exhale, hinge at your hips and swan dive down to forward fold, hands to the floor. Pull your hands up to your shins and lengthen the spine, heart forward. Exhale, nose to knees, forward fold. Again, inhale, halfway lift, heart forward, shoulders back. Exhale, fold. Again, inhale, press your hands into your legs, stretch your spine long. Exhale, forward fold, bow to your legs. Reverse swan dive, lift with your heart, circle your arms out wide as you fill your lungs with your inhale. Exhale, hand slide down or pull to heart. Inhale here. Exhale, relax your arms at your sides, Tadasana. Inhale, circle arms out wide, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bow to forward fold, following the breath down. Inhale, halfway lift one time here. Exhale, relax and fold, stretch. Inhale, lift with your heart, come up with a flat back, lift. As you exhale, pull hands to heart and release down to your sides. Inhale, circle the arms out wide, lift, energize up. Exhale, down to your forward fold, hands down, neck releases. Inhale, halfway lift, zip up your lower abdominals. Exhale, bow and fold. Ride your breath, reach up, arms circle, palms touch when the lungs are full. Exhale, pull hands to heart, root through your feet, mountain pose, reset. So our first standing pose will work into half moon. Take your big toes together to touch, circle arms out wide and up overhead. Interlace your fingers overhead. You can bend the arms or straighten the arms. Lift up as you inhale, and as you exhale, side bend over towards the left. So if your shoulders are complaining, you can bend the arms and give your shoulders a bit of space. This is a huge shoulder stretch, so just be mindful. To deepen this stretch, we're reaching our hands towards the left and pressing our hips towards the right. It's a giant stretch for the right side body, from the foot all the way up to the fingertips. Chin is off your chest, eye line is forward. Hug your lower abdominals in and up. And as you inhale, draw back up to center. Maybe reach a little bit taller, lengthen up through your body. Inhale, root through your feet. Exhale, side bend over towards the right. The quads are lifted. Our inner thighs are hugging towards each other, so it's a balance of strength and flexibility. Maybe squeezing biceps towards the ears, stretching the fingertips away from the hips. Breathing into your left side waist. Maybe coming a little bit further here. Last breath, stretching, reaching. As we come out, use your core muscles to lift yourself up. Let's take the feet to hip width apart and then reach the arms up, release the bind. Take your hands behind you, land your palms on your lower hips or your lower back, the backs of the hips. Draw the shoulder blades towards each other, elbows together. Lift your heart and lean back for standing back bend. We're motioning the pubic bone forward, lifting up through the breastbone and leaning back. Breathe into your heart space. Root through your feet and sequence your spine back up to neutral, standing tall. We'll be doing a few back bends. That was the first deeper one. Circle the arms out wide, palms touch, bend your knees lots, and swan dive down to forward fold, hands to the floor. Feet are hip width apart, into toe hold. Scoop up the big toes with your peace fingers and thumbs on either hand, and start to draw your belly towards your thighs. So we're pressing our toes down into our fingers and pulling our fingers up against the toes, creating resistance there. Scoop the belly in and up. You might be able to fan the elbows wide. Maybe, maybe not. Lifting the sit bones. Taking another deep breath, widening the sit bones high. And then release your toes. Hands land just lightly in front of the feet. Notice how you're feeling. Big back bend, big forward fold. Heel toe your feet together. Bend your knees, arms go high, chair pose. Hug your inner thighs towards each other. Pull your thumbs down to your heart space and then sit a little bit lower into chair. Twisting towards the right, you might come halfway, or you might be able to hook your left elbow outside your right thigh. Watch that left knee doesn't creep forward. Make sure the knees line up side by side. Now let's sit the hips down. You got this. Hips down. Spiraling heart up towards the thumbs. Big deep breath. With your next exhale, release forward fold. Whew. Great, creating heat in the legs. Deep twist in the spine and shoulders. Bend the knees, chair pose, arms up. Hug your inner thighs towards each other. Lift the belly button in. Pull your hands down to your heart. As you inhale, draw your chest to your thumbs to lengthen your spine. As exhale, twist to the left. Prayer twist, Pavrita Utkatasana. Check in on the knees. Usually the right knee or right hip needs to draw back. We're lifting the lower abdomen in and up, belly up off thighs. And stacking left shoulder on top of right shoulder as much as we can to wring out our guts and to twist our spine. Hips lowering, standing strong in this squat. And then release down, forward fold. Heel toe your feet to hip width apart to create a little bit of space in the body after those stronger standing poses. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, tuck to your legs, stretch. Inhale, reverse swan dive, root to rise. We meet in Tadasana. Okay, take the feet together, working into a couple of balancing poses. Circle arms out wide, palms touch. As you exhale, swing right arm under left arm, crossing elbows and rests. You might hug shoulders if this isn't suiting you, so that's a nice option. Bend your knees to squat down, and then lift the right leg. So we're balancing on the left foot. Right leg wraps around the left leg any amount. So maybe the right toes hook behind the left calf, but it's not an issue if they don't. Maybe your right foot is lightly resting on the floor as you work on balancing on one foot. We want this to work for you. Meet your body where it's at. Find your edge today. Release, big toes touch, feet on the floor, circle arms up. Inhale to release all that awesomeness. Exhale, twist tie left arm under right arm, fingertips energetic towards the ceiling. Bend into your knees, transfer the weight to the right foot. Lift your left thigh up and over your right. Hook your left leg around your right as much as you can. Twist tying your legs and your arms here in eagle. You want to shoulders over hips. So if you're leaning forward, you need to start to lean the shoulders back, stack the spine. Touch base with the core, energize your core muscles. And we'll release, both feet land, circle the arms out wide, full cleansing, clearing breath. Exhale, arms out and down at your sides. Let our bodies process that. Soak it all up. Again, eagle, inhale, arms out wide. Second set here, right arm under left arm or hug shoulders. Bend into the knees as we did in the first round, right leg over left leg. We won't be here as long, so kind of pick up where you left off. Balancing with the eyes focused and the breath steady. From here, warrior three, reach your right leg back, unwind the arms, arms go back. So belly button up to lower back. Energize your right leg is really straight and active. Reach through fingertips. We're going to continue to balance, adding on one more pose, standing splits. Hands land on the floor or on soup cans or books or blocks, whatever you have. You can bow your nose down towards your left knee. And you can stay there, or option to grab your left ankle with one or both hands. So I know your left leg's burning, mine's burning, I'm with you. Right leg lifts higher, hang in there. We'll land and meet back in downward dog, working through some movement, releasing all those sensations from the work. So you can stay here or take child's pose or move through a vinyasa. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale, lowering to your stomach using your knees or not. Lift up into your back bend. And we'll come back to downward dog. So vinyasa is really, really optional here in our HATHA series class. It's like an add-on, but it's already a fully wonderful class. Step your feet up to forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, see if you can get a little closer to your legs. Fold. Reverse swan dive, reach. And we meet in mountain pose. Notice the rhythms. Notice your heart pumping away. Slow your breath to support your heart rate. And let's do this again on the other side. Feet together, inhale, arms up. Last round, Garudasana, eagle pose. Left arm under right. Dropping down into squat, bend the knees. And cross left leg over right. Eyes are focused. If we hold one spot on our eyes, then we can really does assist our ability to balance. Picking up where we left off. Maybe squeezing the legs a little tighter. As you're ready, warrior 3. Pendulum, upper body down, left leg reaches back. So think of left toes stretch back, heart reaches forward. There's a little cobra back bend in the spine. Yeah, left leg is straight and strong. Left leg lifts higher, left leg lifts higher. Standing splits, hands to the mat. So you can bend your right knee any amount to get your hands on the floor or on your props. You might walk your nose closer to your right knee and stay there. Or maybe grabbing your right ankle with one hand or both hands. We want to lift the left foot. The left leg stays really straight, really strong as it's up in the air. Right leg's working hard. And then forward fold. Relax your neck. Soften across your brow. Take a deep knee bend. Hips down, heels up to flush the work from the quads, the glutes, the hamstrings. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Kick it to the sky. Ride your breath. Stretch up. Landing your hands down at your sides. We always come back to Tadasana between poses as much as we can in a HATHA series class. Okay, so we're taking it into dancers. Circle both arms out wide. Reach your right shoulder back, right arm back, and catch your right foot. On the inside if you can, but on the outside of the foot is fine too, if that suits your shoulder better. We start with the knees together. The chin is off the chest. And you could stay here. We have quite a bit of time to explore in this shape. If you are looking to add on more depth, start to kick the right foot back and up. The right knee will start to stretch back and up. Pace yourself. And if you lose your balance, just come back in. Jump back in as soon as you can. Maybe start to reach your chest forward. Left arm forward as your right toes inch towards the ceiling. And both feet land. Tadasana. Deepen your breath. Breath travels down to the bowl of the belly. And back out again. Clearing the slate. Other side. Circle arms up wide. Left arm circles back. Palm faces out. Catch your left foot inside or outside. Starting with the knees together. Spine is tall, lengthening up through the crown of the head. You can stay here, especially if you're feeling like it's just a wobbly kind of day. Sometimes we just have those kinds of days. You can stay there and work on your balance right there, which is fantastic. Maybe you're kicking the left leg back in little increments in a way where you can sustain your breath. If you're not breathing, your body just is telling you, you're just pushing it too far, too fast today. Breath is present. Exploring your body, energizing out your little toe tips on your left foot, and then thoughtfully release the left foot down. Tadasana. We get still so we don't miss the magic here. Okay, so standing towards the top of your mat, hands onto your hips. Step the right foot way back. Open up to warrior two. So turn your right foot out and arms reach wide. Ideal alignment here is breastbone over pubic bone. Arms in line with shoulders. Arms are strong and muscular. And we can look over the left hand. You're pressing your left knee towards the left, so the left knee lines up with your second toe on your left foot. Can you lunge a little bit deeper, working towards a 90-degree bend in the left knee? Are we starting to shake yet? I can feel my muscles shaking. Warrior two, very, very strong pose. Hang in there. You can do this. Stay with the breath. Let the buzz of the thoughts be in the background. Okay, straightening in through the left leg. Keep your arms up. Don't drop those arms. Turn the right foot out. We go right into warrior two on the other side. Approximately 2 minutes with our arms up. Good. And then direct the right knee towards the right so that it lines up with your second toe on your right foot. Anchor down through the outer left foot so your left quad fires up. Drawing your tailbone down and then elongating up your spine with the shoulders down and back. The inhale, the exhale. This inhale. Sit a little deeper. Sit a little deeper because you can. I know you can. Yes. Straighten your right leg. Lower your arms down beside you. Turn your toes in. Pigeon toe them slightly. Arms go wide. Inhale, lengthen up the spine. Stretch the breastbone. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold down. Land your hands on your mat. You can walk your hands directly underneath your shoulders for standing straddle. You can bend your knees if you're feeling a little sticky in the hamstrings today. Otherwise, stretching the spine as long as you can, imagining the crown of the head working to touch the floor. Widening the sit bones. We get length in through the backs of the legs. Okay, so walk your hands forward a little bit and then we'll take the hands up onto the hips. You could bend the knees but come up with a flat back. Inhale, use your legs, squeeze your glutes to stand. Guess what? Another round of lunges. Arms go wide, left toes turned out, left knee over second toe. Warrior two, Vera two. We won't be in warrior two as long. Left forearm to left thigh, side angle pose. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, extended side angle pose with left hand on the floor, inside left foot. Option 3, bound angle pose. Right arm reaches behind your back towards your lower back and your left arm threads forward and back until you can catch fingers. And if you're like, that was so confusing, Just do either side angle or extended side angle. Wherever you are, lean back, right shoulder back. Okay, keep the lunge in the legs, release the arms, warrior two, come back to warrior two, hang in there, warrior two, shake. You are strong. Okay, straighten the left leg. Last round, turn the right toes out, warrior two. Charge out both legs. Legs are strong foundation beneath you. Side angle pose, right forearm to thigh, left arm to the ceiling, chin up or forward, or extended side angle, right hand to a prop or the floor. Bound angle, left arm circles back, right arm threads forward and then under and back to catch fingers. Wherever you are, lean your left shoulder back and spiral your breastbone towards the ceiling. Legs are strong, charge up that left leg. Scoop the tummy in, core is tight. Return to warrior two, hold your lunge, stay as you are in your strength, in your power. Right, arms go wide, turn your toes parallel or slightly pigeon toe, and as you exhale, swan dive down to forward fold, second set of standing straddle. Hands under shoulders, option one. We love that first set, you might want to do it again. Option two, reach around for your ankles and grab a hold of your ankles with your hands. And drawing the crown of your head down towards the floor. Hug the tummy in. Working into this really deep, sensational forward fold. Hands down onto the mat. Reach the arms out wide this time and then inhale, lift up, use your legs, squeeze your glutes. Yep. And then we're going to heel toe the feet to hip width apart. Relax the arms down at our sides. Left hand to heart space, right hand to tummy. Close your eyes, bow your chin to your chest. Connect to you, here now. All right. So once again, stepping towards the top of the mat, but we'll open the feet wide. Turning out the toes, circle the arms up. Down into Malasana Squat. And if this is not working, you could sit yourself up on a prop, on a pillow, whatever you want, or you can come all the way down to sit on your mat. If you're in squat with me, press your elbows against your knees so that your knees are tracking over your toes. Lift your breastbone up, energetically rising through the crown of the head. And then we'll sit right down onto our bums. So I have some great news here. We're going to lie on our backs, recline all the way back into about a minute Shavasana. So get still right away. It's a pretty great time to close your eyes. As you are still in your body, drop into your breath. Exploring your inhale, where you can take it. Connecting with your exhale. Okay, now, well, since we're on our backs, let's do a little bit of core work. Take your knees up to tabletop, cross your right leg over your left, and then eagle arms, right arm under left arm. So we're like an eagle, but on our backs. As you exhale, crunch up, elbows to knees. Inhale, lower. Exhale, crunch up, elbows to knees. Inhale, lower. Exhale, crunch up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, crunch, hips and shoulders up. Release. Exhale, crunch up. Inhale, release. Slow back down. Lift. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, exhale. Next time you're up, hold right here. Hold little pulses for 8, 7, 6. Shoulders higher. Come on. 4, 3, don't stop. 2 and 1. Release down to your mat. Take a big old nourishing breath. Oxygenate your body and your muscles. Okay, let's do that again. Arms up, knees to tabletop. Left knee crosses over right. Left arm under right arm, eagle. Take an inhale, flat on our mats. Exhale, crunch up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Keep going. Exhale, lift. We want to lift hips and shoulders up. Scoop belly down. Jaws relaxed and lift. Keeping the lower back anchored to the floor always. And lift. Last time here, lift. We're going to hold, crunch, pulse. 8, 7, 6. Feel the fire. Don't stop now. Come on. 4, 3. You got this. 2, 1. Release down. Whew. Let it go. Chill out on your mat. Chillax in. Okay, let's take the knees to the chest and rock up to sit. And shifting up and over to either tabletop or to downward dog, you choose. If you're in downward dog, plugging your hands into your mat, lengthening the spine a bit longer here, heart towards thighs. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Maybe knees are down or not, lowering for 4, 3, 2, all the way down to your belly. Okay, take your legs together, elbows hug towards your side body. And then when you're ready, legs are strong, lift your heart without using your hands, cobra. So we're targeting our back muscles here, engaging through the erector spinae muscles. Lift without the hands, and then exhale, release down. Look to the right, relax your legs, arms wherever they feel comfortable, and soften. Take your chin to center, reach your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers like we did earlier. Charge up those legs, legs lift, upper body lifts. You want to reach your knuckles up and back. Heart reaches forward. Legs are lifting. Lift those thighs. Lift the upper thighs. Lift the ribs. And then let it all go down. Looking towards the left. Arms where they feel comfortable. Legs chilled. You take your chin to center, and you can do that last pose again with the bind. Full locust with a bind, or reach back and grab a hold of your feet, working our way into bow. So if you're in full locust, starting to lift up like we did last time. If you're in bow pose, start to lift the toes, lift the legs. So the legs do the work. The legs are pressing up, up, up. Arms are holding on, huge chest and shoulder stretch. I love rocking, so feel free to rock. You can look down, forward, or up. Keep reaching through those legs and breathe. As you exhale, slowly melt into your mat. Release your feet, look towards the right. And let go of the idea of work. You might want to shift your hips side to side to release through the SI joints. Or stillness is good too. Take your chin to the left, so right cheek's on the floor, just for balancing out through the neck. Okay, tuck the toes, hands next to ribs, lift the knees, chin to center, pressing up to plank or knee plank. Here we go, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your knees, stand up onto your knees, Ustrasana, camel pose. So you can always cushion the knees if the knees don't love this. So we'll do 2 sets of camel. The first set of camel will all work through the modified version. So hands on the lower back with the fingers pressing down. Tuck your tailbone under. Lift your pubic bone up towards your belly button. Lift your heart and then start to lean your shoulders back any amount. So you can keep your eye line up to the ceiling. Draw the shoulder blades towards each other and then just opening that front body. Use your core muscles and come all the way up and have a seat on your heels or stay standing on your knees if your knees don't love this deep of a flexion. Hands rest on your lap. Hang on for the ride. Okay, one more time. Stand up onto your knees. Knees are hip width apart. Hands come to the lower back. Same. Tuck the tailbone, engage the lower abdomen. Lift the breastbone and then lean back. So you can stay as we did in the first set, or we reach back for the heels. Press the pubic bone forward. Stretching from the knees to the throat, to the chin. Breathe. Breathe. Lifting your spine up through neutral. Have a seat. Back down. Stand on the knees, whatever serves you. Maybe close your eyes and just get still so that we can really be present for the aftermath of that. And letting yourself land back here after that 2 enormous back bends. You stretch up onto hands and knees, stay there, or downward dog. You can shake out through the hips a little bit. We're going into pigeon. Right leg lifts up towards the ceiling, and then land your right knee behind your right hand. So you could thread the needle instead on your back or seated if you prefer something other than pigeon. Your hips are square. Left leg stretched straight back behind you. Might choose to stay upright if you're in pigeon. You might shift forward onto your forearms. Maybe we reach the forehead down to the floor. The forehead could rest on hands or stacked fists. Find your stretch. Create a sense of stillness. And take your breath into the sensations this shape gives you today. You're rising up onto your hands, either tabletop or downward dog, giving the legs a walk if you're in down dog. Into pigeon on the other side, left leg sweeps high. And then left knee behind your left hand. So the further forward your left shin is, the deeper this will be, but it's about that balance where you can breathe, but also find your edge, be in your edge. Maybe we're upright, maybe we lean forward on forearms, maybe our forehead rests somewhere. Soften the muscles that don't need to be clenched. No muscles clenched here. So soften all the muscles. Big deep breath into your left hip. Breathing out from that sensation or group of sensations. Inhale to wherever else you experience this shape. And as you exhale, walk your hands towards you, and we'll shift over onto our left butt cheek and take the legs forward this time to seated. So seated staff pose, draw the flesh out from underneath you so sit bones are anchored on the floor. Legs straight out in front of you. Reach your arms up. Inhale, exhale, hinging forward. Pashimotonasana, seated forward fold. So maybe your hands land on your ankles or knees, or maybe you're bending your knees like we've been doing throughout in our standing forward folds. You might grab a hold of your toes. In this stretch, working belly to thighs, chest to knees, and release. Come on up. We'll take the right leg out on an angle and tuck the left foot into the inner thigh. angle your upper body over your extended leg and start to lean forward over the right leg. So maybe hand on knee, shin, ankle, or foot, whatever's there for you. You can flex your right foot. That for sure makes this deeper. Again, belly to thigh, chest to knee. Each breath a new opportunity to explore this shape, this stretch, this wonderful pose. Okay, right hand stays on your right leg somewhere. And then we're twisting open, so left arm lifts up. Maybe left hand is lifted towards the ceiling. Maybe left hand is on hip if the shoulder doesn't love it. Or maybe left hand reaches all the way over to grab a hold of the right foot. Wherever you are, you want to think of breastbone up. Right shoulder stacking over left shoulder. Inhale, lifting up, cartwheeling arms, and switch sides. Square your upper body over the extended leg and start to walk yourself forward. Upper body reaching over the leg. The foot can be flexed. That definitely makes things more sensational, which I find is lovely here. But a place where we can maintain the breath. Left hand stays on your leg somewhere. And the right arm, right hand to hip, right hand to the ceiling, or right arm reaches over to get a hold of those left toes. Chin's off the chest. Stretching in through your right side waist. Oh, juicy, juicy. And then inhale, arms up. Come to sit. Stretch your legs forward. And then recline down onto your back. Last couple poses in practice here. Reclined supine. Draw your right knee in towards you and interlace your fingers right at the webbing as you pull the right knee up towards your right shoulder. If it's too much, you can bend your left knee, have left foot on the floor. Every time you exhale, pull your knee in. Inhale, belly rises up to meet your right thigh. Exhale, squeeze the knee in as you work into your right hip flexor. Take your right knee with your left hand, guide it across your belly and over to the left to twist. Right arm reaches out beside you or in a comfortable shape. Chin can drift away from the knee towards the right hand. You could close your eyes. We did just the one twist, so this is a good time to notice how this spiraling, this rotation through the spinal column is feeling. Even though it's passive, it can be tremendously healing and do wonders for the health of our spine. Start to roll back onto your back, pull your right knee back in, squeeze a little tighter. Inhale. As you exhale, send the right leg all the way down. Right leg should feel a little longer than the left. Love that. Pull your left knee in, let's balance things out. Clasp the hands, knee to shoulder. Relax the shoulders down. Chin's off the chest. Working with your biceps, your forearms, and your hands. And then when you're ready, supine twist. Left knee crosses over. Chin drifts away from the knee. Set free any tightness or tension you're holding. Keep keep your concentration on the rhythm and flow of your breathing. Deeper here, deeper than we have all class. Ease your way back onto your back. One more time, left knee squeezes in. Lift your right knee to meet it. Wrap your arms around your knees. You can hold hands, wrists, or maybe even forearms. Try to relax the shoulders down and away from the ears and pull with your arms. Oh, I love this. This is such a spectacular stretch for the fronts of the hips there. And you can soften the hands onto the knees and take any free movement your body craves after all of that. Head to toe, stretched and strengthen the body. Shavasana. Get yourself into a comfortable position. And close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale soft out your mouth. Inhale through the nose, fill up your body. As you exhale, let yourself surrender into your mat. Again, inhale through the nose. Exhale out your mouth, landing on your mat. Now allow your breath to flow in its own natural way. Allow your attention to travel to the deeper layers of you. At the end of this practice, exploring your inner landscape for just a little longer. So this is where I will leave you today. If you have time, please stay longer in Shavasana. It can be so rewarding. Spend all the time you can here. Thank you for joining me for this HATHA series. Namaste.